Up is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and we are going to have a great time today because this is my favorite sport to watch, boxing. And we have somebody who is definitely one of the most exciting boxers right now. Devin Haney is here with us.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Don't do that ma'am stuff, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Although you'll always be little Devin to us.
For sure.
So when I first met
you,
you were only 17 years old. We were just talking about just the beginning stages of your pro career, right? So let's discuss that a little bit, because in the beginning, you guys were definitely hustling. You and your dad, Bill, who everybody also knows everywhere. But let's talk about those beginning stages, even finding opponents or platforms for you to be able to get the attention that you needed publicly, what that was like.
Yeah, I mean, the early stage of where we was grinding, trying to just be seen, trying to get my name out, that was the toughest part. Trying to get opponents, just trying to, get off the runway, we stayed down, we trusted the process, and we just kept trying to keep my name out there as much as possible, and so far it worked out for us.
And I feel like there were a lot of rules that had to change for you because you were so young, but a lot of people did see your potential. You actually went to Mexico first, right? Mm-hmm. To Tijuana also to fight. Mm-hmm. And I saw they were just recently saying, I saw a program, I was watching the press conference, and they tried to say that you paid to get like a loss erased off of your record. But so can you explain where that even came from?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know where it came from, but it's just, a new rumor. They always come up with rumors, so it's just a rumor, but it's also something for to build a fight. So whatever he says, it is what it is. But I definitely got it out the mud, going to Mexico, and started my career there, being 17, fighting grown men, guys that I couldn't watch footage on, or guys I didn't know. Mm-hmm. And me being so young and doing that. So I think that was definitely the tougher way to do it than turning pro in the States and for the world, to know, who I was fighting and fighting in front of my family, my friends, stuff like that. So, yeah, I started in Mexico where I felt like it was tough.
All right. Now, you do have this fight with Regis Prograis coming up, and that's going to be December 9th, right?
Yeah, December 9th.
December 9th. And the big deal about that is it's in San Francisco, where you're from, by the way. How many people have been hitting you up for tickets in San Francisco?
Yeah, I mean, it's still early, but, a lot of people want to come to the fight. Tickets are doing great.
I saw 5,000 like the day of.
5,000 was in pre-sale, and then it's like 9,000, like, as in, like, a few days ago. So it's going to be a sellout. I think it's like 18,000 to hold or something like that. So we definitely going to do that. And they haven't started with the tickets, asking for the tickets yet, but that normally starts like around like fight week is when people are going to come out the woodwork asking for tickets.
They better start now, because if you want to get tickets, I just want to say, hit up Bill now.
Or Ticketmaster.
Yeah, don't wait now.
Or Ticketmaster. That works too.
No, but that is a big deal, because you also want to show the star power that you have in being able to sell out. And clearly, like at home, do they do fights at the Chase Center?
No, this is the first one ever at the Chase Center. So this is special. This is big for the Bay. The Bay we don't have much as in these days. We got the Warriors, but I don't think. Do we still got the A's? I don't know if we still got the A's, or I think we still got the A's, but A's ain't doing like like that.
But still come buy tickets for the fight.
Yeah.
Everybody who plays for the A's.
And then we don't got the Raiders no more. Mm-hmm. And this is I'm the thing that's coming. I'm the person that's coming back to the Bay and sparking it back up. But we also made tickets cheap enough for people to come, support and, experience it, get inspired, the kids, everyone can come out. We want it to be a big event, and it will be a big event, for the people, giving back some to my people.
How did this even come about, since they've never done a boxing match at the Chase Center?
It was all pretty much my idea to go back home and make it happen. And my team reached out to the Chase Center, and they said that they would love it. They said that they would love to do it, and they was excited for it. And that's pretty much how it came about.
For you guys, you have always done things against the norm. So even when you first got started and you were going pro, a lot of promoters were reaching out, trying to sign you. Mm-hmm. And then you guys went a different route. Can you talk about the thinking behind that and not signing with a promoter early on?
Yeah, I mean, me and my dad, we saw the bigger picture. We knew that, we would be here one day, but we just had to stay down. And that's pretty much how it came about. We didn't want to just sign with a promoter and just basically, be stuck and not be able to control, my career and my destiny. So we stayed down. We did it independently until we was able to demand what we wanted and go into a deal as a partner rather than just signing everything away.
Mm-hmm. And I saw recently with Shakur Stevenson, there was a potential fight, right? You gave him an offer, but he was only going to get 25%.
Yeah, not only 25%. He was going to get 25%.
Still 25% of a lot of money.
No, and it was the 25% was going to be more than he ever made
right.
in his career. And even if, just say, what if the 25% was, less? It wasn't, but let's just say that it was less. He would still get a shot at, all the belts to be the man, and I think that would have been more than enough, with just that. If he felt like I was, a easy fight like he said I was, then it would be a no-brainer to take it.
Right. Because business-wise, so if you were in his position, you would have been like, that's a good move.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I was in his position before.
Right. So, okay, there we go.
I was in his position before when I went to Australia, and I took 22% to become undisputed. And not once, but twice, I went back to fight twice. That was in my deal. I couldn't just go out there and fight one time and win the belts and then bring it back home. I had to fight him twice. I had to sign to another promoter, his promoter, to fight him. And go over there to Australia and fight in his home turf. But I knew that I trusted my talent, trusted my skills. I knew I could beat him, and so that's why I put it all on the line. And if Shakur really felt like the same way, if he was so confident, he would do the same thing. It would be no brainer like it was for me.
Yeah, the business of boxing is different than anything else, too, behind the scenes, because a lot of people will be like, well, why didn't this person fight this person? But a lot of times it does have a lot to do with the promoters. It has a lot to do with the finances behind it. Yeah. So this fight, you guys both are, you and Pro Greene are both DAZN fighters?
Yeah. As of now, I went over to DAZN with Eddie Hearn. I did a co-promotional deal with them to make this fight happen.
Okay. I saw Showtime Sports is going to be gone soon. Yeah. I don't know what happened with that. I was just reading about it. I felt like they were doing so well with their boxing matches, too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know the details on it, but I just read that they're going out.
Great opportunity for DAZN, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
even more.
They said that a lot of fighters are going to go to DAZN, but I know that it's going to be another player is going to come in and, everybody can't be fighting on, one network really. So
right.
I don't think ESPN is going to be in boxing too long either. That's what I heard. It's a rumor. So I'm hearing that Amazon or something's going to come in. So another network is going to come in and replace them. But Showtime is legendary. So many great fights over so many years have happened on Showtime. So it was a sad day for boxing to see him go.
Yeah, I was surprised by that. Now, I also saw you training with Freddie Roach recently. How was that for you? I mean, it looked like, because I see a lot of the talk about what people are saying about this particular fight, and they're saying with Pro Greene, he has more power, but you have more skill. But it looked like you have your power up, and you're up at 140 now.
Yeah.
That you're fighting, so you have to. Yeah,
I mean, I was killing myself to make 135 for so long. I've been at 135 since I was 16, and I'm not a small guy, for my weight class. So it was just killing me to make the weight, and I was losing a lot of strength, killing myself to make the weight. But I was sacrificing to fight for the belts, and then to defend my belts. So now I'm gonna be a lot much stronger at 140. I feel stronger. I feel better already, and it just takes for me to show the world on fight night.
And then a lot of the last fight that you had, now these are two big fights for you this year. And a lot of times we don't see boxers do huge fights like this. This one in particular is going to be really big for the sport of boxing. But when you fought Lomachenko, there was some people that felt like, that fight, you didn't win it, and they were saying you started off strong. And I definitely was watching the fight. Of course, I watched it. I'm a big Devin Haney fan, so I'm going to always be in your corner.
I appreciate
no matter
that.
what. I will put my money on
I'm
you for this
fight. I'm an Angela Yee fan, too. So.
Thank you. I'll put my money on you for this fight as well. But when you look back in retrospect now at the Lomachenko fight, right, what do you think about that?
I think it was a great fight. Do Do I question if I want it? Not at all. I think a lot of the fans, a lot of the fans, just don't like me, so they gonna find a way to say something. If it's a close fight, they gonna say it's a robbery, in which in reality it's not. When they say they want to see good fights happen, competitive fights, and then when a competitive fight happens, and the guy who they don't want to win, they say it's a robbery. But it's boxing. What can you do? Those type of fights, build character, and I learned so much from that fight. I came out victorious, and now we on to the next.
Right. Imagine going to Australia to fight and the difference in what it's going to feel like for you to be at home, on your home turf. That's going to be amazing.
Yeah, huge difference. In Australia, the whole place was against me. In Vegas, the whole place was against me. So it's gonna feel good to have my day one fans, my family, everyone in there in the arena, supporting and cheering for me.
Can you hear all that or do you block all that out when you're
Yeah,
in the
I mean,
ring?
for the most part, you block it out. In the beginning, you can hear, when you're walking out, you feel the energy, and then once the fight really starts, you don't really hear that too much. You hear mostly like familiar voices and people, that you hear often. That's what you hear.
Do you know who's walking you out?
No, not yet. I don't know yet.
You have some plans of who you want?
Yeah, I got some people in mind. I've been talking to some people, but I want to save it for fighting. I want. That's what make boxing fun. People want to see who you coming out with, what you wearing. Like that's just that's like the fun part of boxing these days. So,
I'll never forget when Roy Jones walked himself out. And
yeah, that was
y'all
legendary.
must have forgot.
I don't think nobody did that since.
Can you imagine?
You're boxing.
No, I told you it's my favorite sport to watch. That's why I was really excited. And I was also talking to my friend Ingrid, who that's how I really know you, through my friend Ingrid.
Yes.
And we were talking about when you had your exhibition outside of the Garden, and I came to that. And for you were like, this would be like a dream for you to be able to fight at the Garden.
Yes, yeah.
And then look at how far you've come.
Yeah, for sure. Nah, I definitely came a long way, especially since our first interview. I don't even know what year that was. I think I was like 17.
Yeah.
No, for sure. And everything has come full circle for me. And it's still only the beginning. I still got a lot more to accomplish, a lot more to do. And
like we said, you were 17. Now, I got to also tell you this. Whenever I see you on the blogs, yeah, exactly. With some young ladies, I'm like, what is going on?
No, I'm just having fun. Living life, just having fun. Yeah.
There was even a rumor that you got married.
Yeah, I'm just having fun. That's it. That's just.
It's not just who's gonna walk you out. Who is he leaving with at the end of the night?
See, that's why you gotta watch the fight to see. That's part of it. You gotta see who I'm leaving with, who I'm going with. You just gotta see. It's all part of the show.
Does that ever distract you, like your personal life? Is there ever times when you're like going through things and you're like, I can't even focus? Because I know for the typical person in an average job, like we get really distracted by what's going on. So I'm wondering, when you're in the ring and you have personal things happening, how much does that affect you?
No, I can't really say that it has happened to me yet. No, I just feel like I'm built for whatever. A true professional, he could perform, and no matter how he feels, outside of the ring, however I feel, when I get in that ring, I know how to perform. I know how to, put all that stuff to the side. So it really don't even matter.
All right, and I also saw Gervonta Davis. Now I don't know if this is true, but also gave you a contract, like. Okay, but that is a fight you said that you want to do at some point.
Yeah, that's a fight that I would love. I've been, calling for that fight for a long time. But obviously you got to get past, Regis Prograis December 9th, and then we'll see.
And there's no rematch clause for this Prograis fight, right? Is that correct?
No rematch. I won't be needing a rematch. Once I beat him, he won't be wanting a rematch. So it was no point in no rematch clause.
Yeah, it's interesting to me when I was watching the press conference for nobody can act like somebody's not a worthy opponent. Like, because why would you be doing the fight if you didn't feel like the other person was a worthy opponent? And it seemed like your dad in particular and you had an issue with his, was it his conditioning?
Yeah, that was his strength coach.
His strength coach that was there with him?
He's just trying to make a name. He wanted, we giving him that light right now. This is what he wants. He wants some attention, and that's it. That's all.
Oh man. And then even like when I think about how it's boxing, and I understand like the hype of building up to a fight, and of course having to talk crazy to each other, but you and Shakur Stevenson, even on social media, have had a back and forth. When something like that happens, does that make you feel like I'm not even entertaining this person any further, or does that make you want to fight them more?
Nah, like one side of me be saying like, you know what, I'm not even gonna entertain him, and one side of me also says, I wanna show them that I'm really that. I'm everything that they say I am, and I'm everything that I say that I am. So it just really, I be both sides with it. But at the end of the day, it's business, and gotta make the best business move, no matter what. So.
All right. Well, listen, I'm definitely going to be watching. I'm betting on you. Me and Mano actually are always betting on these fights. And so it's interesting because you are, if this can happen, when you win, right? Because that's how we're looking at it right now. So you'll be the champ.
Yeah.
In two division
champ at the same time.
Okay. At only 24 years old. Let's keep that in mind. Guys, he's having fun. All right. I cannot wait to watch this fight. I'm going to wait and see who's bringing you out and who you leaving with at the end of the night. Devin Haney.
No, you got to see who I'm going with.
Who you going with?
Who I'm coming out with. And who I'm leaving with.
Okay.
And what I'm wearing.
And what he's wearing. All right. Well, I love to see it. And thank you so much for coming. I'm always a fan, so I'm always going to be making sure that we check in with you as everything is progressing. I also see that Eddie Hearns was saying maybe Ryan Garcia is going to fight whoever is the winner after this.
Yeah.
Is that something that's already?
Yeah, I mean, that's possible.
As long as he wins his fight.
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as we both win. And, but, you got to be victorious in this one, and then we'll see.
Okay. Well, look, he's not running from no fights for anybody who ever had. I feel like you really step up to the plate and fight some of the strongest opponents that you can.
And I'm the only guy in the division that's doing that. These guys say that they want to fight, but in reality, they just be talking.
Right.
I'm really about making the biggest fights happen, the best fights happen, and I've proven that.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Devin Haney. December 9th, we'll be watching. This is on DAZN pay-per-view.
Yes.
And you can also buy tickets right now. Go to Ticketmaster. The week up, you can hit Bill up, and he got you.
Ticketmaster.
It's way up in Angela Yee, Devin Haney.